Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance. Do your
All right, this is Team Grape Jelly. I'm Drew Dahlquist, and I spent most of the semester working on the back end and the database, a little bit of the front end near the end.
My name is Thadeus
Uh,
Meneses. I worked on the front end as well as a little bit of the database.
And my name is Austin Neumann, and I worked mostly on the front end.
yeah, so this is our project CryptoTask. The goal when we set out to make it was to provide a better effort tracking application for college students, for tracking all the homeworks and tests and projects and group projects and exams they have to study for. Something that was kind of inspired by Jira and how that's used in software development. We wanted to provide that to college students since their workload is very non-trivial and there's a lot of multi-day efforts in terms of studying or preparing projects. And it's just something we felt that wasn't really addressed with any of like the current applications for keeping everything organized. They're really insufficient for college students, so that's what we set out to build. So I'll go through and I can demo how the app works, and we'll explain it along the way. So if someone wants to explain the register.
Yeah, so this is our login and register page. So it has a nice, simple, and clean design, modeled mainly from Material UI. As you can see, Drew's making a new user. It takes in a few different criteria: your first name, last name, email, obviously a password, and it keeps track of all that for every user through our database. And you're able to authenticate using the login page, as long as all of your information is correct. If not, you'll have to create a new user. But yeah, Thad, if you want to take over and talk a little bit about our main page.
Yeah, definitely. Well, this is the main bulk of the application. It presents to you a Kanban board with columns for requested, to do, in progress, and done. As you can see, you can go ahead and add a task. It's going to have you fill out some information regarding the task. And once that is all filled out, we'll go ahead and add that task. I was going to go ahead and first send it to the backend so it can be stored in the database, and then it'll create the UI itself and put it on the screen in front of you. But besides that, you can go ahead and Drew.
Yeah, and then so once we have the task, that's all good when you make it. You know, maybe it starts out in the requested field, and that actually did something pretty cool, which was like being able to drag and drop. So maybe it starts out here, but then you want to come through and edit it and say, you know, maybe it gets extended the due date and it gets changed a little bit, and you know, maybe it's a lower priority. You probably won't change the course, but you can edit some things in here. So you can edit the task and update them as you go along, and maybe change priority and the, you know, the due dates and all that. When you update the task, it adjusts itself, and then that's all in here. So you see the priority change and the name and all that. You can also delete tasks, which I'll hold off on for a little bit just while we demo. And then if I really quickly make another task, I'll show you a functionality that was added in not too long ago as to be able to search tasks. So just click through here, say it's for math. So if we come in here and we want to search one of our tasks, you know, we're busy during the semester and maybe we want to see a presentation, we can search it and single that out, so we can find it easier if you you have a lot going on. And yeah, that's really the main part of what this application should be able to do, is really just better tracking your effort and everything you have going on, and also be able to provide kind of priorities and search functionality and just keep track of everything in a nice, organized and visual, intuitive way. And then yeah, I think we have a little bit of user stuff someone could explain if they want to.
Yeah, so he's about to go into the profile page, which, like I said, it keeps track of all that information about each user. It's displayed here. Since it's not used very much, just a little simple, keep track of the first name, last name, when your account was created, obviously your username. It's not going to display the password because that would be a breach of security. So you can either close that page using the X or the little close at the bottom, and then you can also delete your user once maybe it's the end of the semester or you're about to graduate, or you just don't need to keep track of your assignments anymore.
Yeah. And then real quick, before I delete the user, I just wanted to show that you can actually log out and then just show some of this validation. If we make up like some phony user, no password, tells you that's wrong. So if you come back in, since we just logged out, log back in, all the tasks are still present where they should be. And if we finish our final presentation, we can move it to done. And let's say we're going to graduate today or this weekend. Like Austin mentioned, you come up to your profile, and when you delete a user, it goes through, it'll delete all your tasks and all your user information. Click on that and confirm. Just make sure you really want to do all this. And if we come back to the login page and try logging in the same way, oh, it worked for some reason. Let's try it again. And there we go. So yeah, I guess it took a while to delete in the back end, but yeah, that's our application.